So, Mr. Richard, we have the phone number that ends in 1752.
I'm talking about the number you supposedly contacted the defendant on.
Yeah, you're the defendant, and it's the phone number that ends in 1752.
No, that's an assumption and presumption. I'm not nobody's defendant. Under what law are you saying that I could? What charges? What are the charges? You're refusing to answer any questions. That's what you're saying? Because I just have questions. I
It
didn't
does
even
not.
answer. I didn't even ask the question. So how did you answer it? That's what I'm saying. Are you refusing to answer the questions? Why are you enforcing statutes if you?
Hey everyone, today we're looking at a sovereign citizen who might be one of the most frustrating ones I've ever seen. He keeps talking nonstop and doesn't let anyone get anything done. He's not using the usual "I don't accept this" court lines, but he's still acting like the law doesn't apply to him, and it definitely does. Judges don't take this behavior lightly, and it's honestly difficult to watch. Let me know in the comments what you think his IQ might be, and if you enjoy videos like this, please like and subscribe.
Know that you are hearing. Okay, thank you. The case that we believe I saw recently, there was a eval set up and they were unable to reach him to participate in that evaluation.
That's my understanding, Your Honor. I saw that as well. I think the last time we were in court, counsel indicated that the meeting had been set up to do the evaluation and the date was discussed. And it looks like Mr. Richard did not appear for that.
And for the record, Sean Parent for Mr. Richard. Yes, unfortunately, that appears to be the case. I'm not sure why Mr. Richard didn't appear at the evaluation.
So, Mr. Richard, we've been waiting for you to talk to one of the doctors, and we've been setting this case over for that to happen. When you were here on April 8th, we discussed that you were scheduled for that appointment on April 24th. So I know that you were aware that they had you calendared. Mr. Richard, why didn't you show up for that appointment?
Well, that was an assumption. I wasn't aware of anything.
Well, you were at the hearing when we talked about it, so.
I don't recall.
You participated on Zoom on April 8th, and we discussed that your evaluation was calendared for the 24th of April.
Was there anything signed for confirmation?
Your attorney has been working to get that set up. So.
Well, I haven't talked to anybody.
Mr. Parent, have you been in contact with Mr. Richard?
Looks like my office, we tried to reach him to make sure that he appeared at the evaluation, but we were unsuccessful in reaching him.
Do you have proof of that?
Yes, I have my colleague's notes that we tried to get a hold of you.
And what was the number?
So, Mr. Richard, we have the phone number that ends in 1752.
I'm talking about the number you supposedly contacted the defendant on.
Yeah, you're the defendant, and it's the phone number that ends in 1752.
No, that's an assumption and presumption. I'm not nobody's defendant. I'm authorized representative of that account.
Yes, this guy's IQ is way below average. I mean, he actually told the judge he isn't the defendant. That takes some serious nerve, or maybe he just doesn't care at all. He's in court for something minor, driving, or as he calls it, traveling, without a license. That's it. He could have just paid the fine and moved on. Instead, he's dragging this out and making it complicated for no reason. Tell me what you think about his behavior so far. Let's continue.
Richard, the thing is, if you cannot participate out of custody, the court may have to set bail and have you placed in custody to get this evaluation accomplished. So when you are informed of the appointment and then you choose not to appear, the court interprets that as a willful violation.
Under what law are you saying that I could? What charges? What are the charges?
We've gone over that. You have been told that you are charged with driving while license suspended and driving without an ignition interlock device. So I understand you disagree, but at this point we need to.
I don't disagree with none of the facts. I said, what was the date?
The date of the driving? Is that what you're asking?
Well, I don't drive, so I'm trying to figure out the date you have on file.
June 4th, 2022, Your Honor, is the charge date.
Thank you.
Okay, and have I been charged with anything?
Yes.
And what is it? What are the charges?
As the court just read aloud, driving while license suspended and driving without a functioning ignition interlock.
And is there a witness that you can bring to attain to that?
Those are the criminal charges. You also were cited for not having insurance.
Yeah, but do you have a witness?
Yes, the city has witnesses. We have the officer that will be testifying.
The officer. Okay, well, can you read the police ticket on the record?
We're not having a trial today. We're trying to figure out whether or not you are competent and able to proceed in this matter, and that requires that you speak to a doctor. But that is what we're
Well,
trying to accomplish. And Mr. Richard, if you refuse.
Can you explain to, I don't understand, so can you explain to me how?
We've
how this works?
explained this to you previously, so what I'm gonna ask you is whether or not you are going to comply with meeting the doctor out of jail, or does the court need to set bail and have you booked into custody so they can talk to you there? That's not what I'm wanting to do. I would like you to cooperate and have this case proceed with you out of custody.
Well, I need some type of contract to obtain to whatever you're asking.
The judge and prosecutor have already explained things to him many times, but he keeps asking the same questions repeatedly. Do you think he's trying to delay the case, hoping it gets thrown out? His method seems to be asking the same thing over and over and pretending they didn't answer, even though they clearly did. He's wasting everyone's time and probably costing taxpayers money. Let's see what happens next.
I think given the track record of Mr. Richard and his unwillingness to comply, the city is going to be asking that the court set bail and remand him on that bail to have the evaluation done in custody.
Mr. Richard, can you assure the court that you will come to an out of custody evaluation?
I will agree to anything if you guys can tell me the nature and cause of this action. My Sixth Amendment right. I need to know these things before we can move further. Are you refusing to tell me?
I didn't quite hear your question. What are you asking?
I need to know the nature and cause of this action. I need to know that before we can move forward.
Yeah, I believe that the court has told you that you're being charged with driving a license suspended in the 3rd degree and operating a motor vehicle without an ignition interlock device.
Okay, well, I have a question for the judge.
What's that,
Hello?
Mr. Richard?
Hello?
Mr. Richard?
Hello? Or can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You should sit down and then instead of having me facing you at the clouds, you should participate in this hearing. Thank you. So every time we have a hearing, you ask these same questions, and we've explained to you that you're facing criminal charges and that we need to have the doctor speak to you. And so right now, your option is whether or not, as your attorney said, you can agree to meet with the doctors and stay out of jail to do that, or the court will have to remand you into custody so that they can
So
talk to you
basically,
while
you're
you're
telling
in
me you're
jail.
refusing to answer me. You're refusing to answer any questions? That's what you're saying? Because I just have questions.
We've answered your questions. We're going to proceed at this point. I'm going to.
I
It
didn't
does
even
not-
answer. I didn't even ask the question. So how did you answer it? That's what I'm saying. Are you refusing to answer the questions?
What do you want to know besides what you're charged with? What was your other questions?
My other question was, did you or did you not take an oath to uphold the Constitution? Can I just get a yes or no?
That would be a yes.
So you're enforcing statutes right now, and so you're totally going against your oath. So I'm trying to figure out what authority do you have to tell me to do anything as a public servant?
Mr. Richard, I am authorized by the revised code of Washington to sit in this court. I'm duly appointed to be a municipal court judge. I've taken my oath. You're charged with a violation
if you
of
took
the
an oath-
RCW and the Lake
If you
Forest
took
Park
an oath,
Municipal
then why are
Code.
you why are you enforcing statutes if you took an oath?
I know you don't think that it applies to you, but it does. So
I didn't say it didn't apply to me.
I'm
I
going
didn't
to
say it
set
didn't apply
bail
to me.
in this matter at
You're making
$10,000.
assumptions, ma'am. You're making assumptions, ma'am. I never said it didn't apply to me. But we both know here that the Constitution is not for me. It is for the public servants. So I don't know why you're making assumptions and
Today's video, we take a look at a sovereign citizen who keeps arguing and refusing to follow basic rules in court. He speaks non-stop, repeats the same questions even after being answered, and acts like the law doesn't apply to him. He was only in court for driving without a license, but instead of paying the fine and moving on, he turned a simple situation into a long and exhausting case. The judge tried to be patient, but he wouldn't cooperate and even avoided showing his face. Now his bail is set at $10,000, and he might have to appear in custody for the next hearing. It seems like he's making things harder for himself just to challenge the system, but in the end, this is only going to hurt him. Let me know what you think. Was the judge too soft or did she handle it the right way?